baby.
Did we talk about the evil pizza man who poisoned us?
No, let's talk about him.
Okay.
Tell me what he looked like.
No eyebrows. No
Really?
hair.
Really? He didn't have eyebrows?
No.
I never got to look at him. I was just there while it happened.
Did you get to hear him at least?
Not really. I saw you put down the pizzas on the ground, and I was like, why is he doing that?
Because he told me to.
This is a better view.
We ordered a pizza 2 months ago from a place, and the delivery guy came, and even though it was a really normal tip that we gave him, he just came up and said, "Yes, bro, thank you for tip. Thank you, bro, for tip. I really appreciate the tips." And I was just like, "Oh, did you not get the tip or something?" Because Grubhub messes up sometimes. They don't actually, if you do tip through credit card, sometimes they don't give it. So I was gonna give him cash out pocket. He's like, "No, I got tip. I got tip. Very good pizza. You're going to enjoy pizza. Thank you so much for tip." And I guess he was just mad about the tip. He wanted more.
Yeah.
Even though it was an average sized tip, it wasn't a problem. I'm not a turd about that kind of thing, and I was even willing to give him more. But as soon as he closes the door, I open the pizza box, and he fucking like threw the pizza.
Oh yeah, it was fucking mangled.
Typically, if they make small mistakes with orders, I don't call in a complaint or anything. I don't tell them like, "Can you?"
But it was like literally just a pile.
Yeah, it was completely inedible.
It was like somebody stuck a fucking egg beater into a pizza box.
And
That's what you get.
I felt bad about doing it, even though he did fuck the pizza up intentionally. I ended up I contacted Grubhub and I said, "Hey, can we get a refund at least on the pizza? Because this," I sent them a picture. I said like he like threw it. I don't know what happened, but it's been ruined and we can't even eat it. And they contacted me back and said, "Oh yeah, we got you a full refund. Apparently he's a new employee and he's already received multiple complaints today." So I got scared then because I'm like, is he gonna fucking come back now? Like, is he gonna get fired and now he's gonna come back because he knows where we live or something? But I tried to keep that in my memory to never order from there again. But that night when we were recording Pikmin, we ordered from there because I wasn't paying attention. We ordered pizza from there, and I was about to forget that all that happened. Except he showed up, and as he was handing me the pizza and everything, he said, Put pizza on floor. Open pizza." And I just said, "What?" He said, "Check the pizza for me. Show me pizza." And I look up at him, and
He was looking down at you.
it fucking hit me, and I realized it's him. It's 2 months later. He kept that in memory. He remembered us. And he put me on the spot about that. He said to open the pizza box to show it to him. He says, "Yes, pizza looks good, right? Very good pizza." And I remember turning to you, Chris, and saying, "I don't trust this pizza."
Yeah, I know. And I said, "What are you talking about? You're being paranoid."
And what happened, Chris?
We all ate the pizza, and then I woke up at 6 a.m. that day. I usually wake up at fucking 4 p.m. Like, well, not all the time, but this week
You woke up really early with awful stomach pain.
Yeah, I woke up at like 6 a.m. and I went, "Ugh!" And I just jumped out of bed and ran downstairs, sat on the toilet, and I was just like sitting there in pain. And I could hear my body doing this like weird shit. It sounded like a super soaker blasting like a stream into a bucket of water, but inside my body. So it was like inside of me, and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
I'm so sorry.
And I just started spraying fucking pure water out of my ass. And I was like, "Oh!" And I was like in so much pain. And it went on for like the entire day. It was like nonstop.
You probably got the stomach flu. I threw up from it.
Oh.
It made me really sick.
Okay, so what do you think happened?
I have no idea.
I don't. How do you even?
I thought you all had diarrhea.
What do you put in a pizza?
Julian, you had diarrhea.
But I always have diarrhea. What do you put in a pizza to make somebody sick?
I don't know.
Cum.
That doesn't make any. That's not gonna make you sick.
He was wee wee. It's poopy.
Like, it wouldn't be like fucking bleach or something, right?
I need to go to a service station.
I actually don't know.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, did you get lost?
I got a speeding violation.
The fact that all of us got sick from it.
Maybe that pizza just stunk. Maybe it was shitty cheese or something.
I don't know what it was.
Maybe it wasn't that nice man's fault. Maybe he just looked like a Super Saiyan and he just gets misjudged.
Chris.
Why do we say that, Chris?
What?
Chris, he
It looked like a Super Saiyan.
You said that.
I said that.
Oh, was it you?
Because he had the Super Saiyan 3 brow
Fuck.
going. That's what made him so intimidating. But I suspect it's him, Chris, because he fucking remembered us, and that's the craziest part to me. That was 2 months ago, and somehow he kept that in his memory.
He was just he was goofing around. I went into the Great Pug, you know, the bar in the game, and there was a guy doing Goku. He had Goku skin, and he had a really good mic, and he was doing the perfect Goku impression, and it really felt like I was talking to Goku. It was fucking really weird.
Did you feel embarrassed?
No, like
Were you
I
starstruck?
thought he was using a soundboard because his microphone was so good, and it was such a spot-on impression. I went in, and he's like, "Hello, sir. How are you doing today?" And I was like, good. And then he was like, "Well, you can take a seat right over there." I'm like, "Wait, I thought that was a soundboard." And he was like, "No, I'm me." And I was like, "What the fuck?" But it was like the weirdest. Like it really. I'm just, I felt like a kid, like talking to Goku. It was the weirdest thing.
I'm just imagining you like shutting down. what do I say?
I've never run into a situation where I'm like, that could really be him. Like that could actually be the voice actor.
I'm talking to the SpongeBob.
It was spot on.
That wasn't the real Goku, I'm sorry to say.
It might have been.
How do you know?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know anything.
What makes you feel like it's the real Goku?
Because Goku's gotta be real somewhere.
Especially
He
on
exists
VR
out
chat.
there in the multiverse.
How can such a likable character not be real, you know?
If someone came up with him, they must have met him.
Oh, Magikarp is my name. Killing myself is my game. Oh.
I would hate to find out Goku's real.
Why?
That's the last character I want to know is real.
Why?
People that
him
strong
specifically.
existing,
Why?
something bad's gonna happen.
He
I mean, it's
saves the
true.
Earth like 14
Also,
times.
bad people come to the Earth to kill everybody here. To kill all the people down on the Earth. They're gonna kill the people. They're coming down to kill us because of the Goku.
What would be the funniest way to stop a baby from crying?
By crying.
Oh my god, yeah, you pressure him socially. Everybody starts giving him dirty looks.
Did I ever tell you guys about the time when we were having a party at my house in Ireland, and all of my family was there, like all my little cousins and stuff, when they were really small children, and my dad got really drunk, and he was grabbing balloons and giving it to them and then popping them.
Oh my god.
Oh
He
no!
was popping them in their face.
That's evil.
He was really drunk. It was funny.
That makes
Oh,
it okay.
well, I guess it's turned around.
It was
When
the
you explain
funniest.
that to the kids, I'm sure they were laughing.
No, but you don't know my dad.
It's okay, he's drunk.
It's funny because my dad is like the
It's
nicest.
actually a really funny story.
My
You see, he's
dad-
intoxicated.
My dad is the nicest, sweetest, like shyest, like guy ever. He's such a good guy, and he was just doing that. It's the funniest shit.
Did he punch out a guy on a ride because he got scared of him?
Yeah, it was on the Van Helsing, and the little midget ran up to him, and my dad got scared and slapped him.
Slapped him?
My dad's a good guy. You're painting my dad like he's a bag. He's like the
You
greatest
just told
guy.
the story. I didn't even come
know,
up
but
with that
you're-
word.
I believe he's a good guy if he's willing to dress up as Bart Simpson for his son.
Yeah.
You know what? He was vanquishing
He
the
didn't
evil
fucking do
monsters.
that. You
I
made
know, that was a joke.
Chris, this all happened.
Julian, your acting's getting too good.
That's a laugh.
That did happen though, where he was like, "I'll take you to see The Simpsons." You shut up.
Yeah, and he dressed up like The Simpsons.
All of them.
Yeah.
He did a whole routine.
He
where
edited
had to-
a short film
He had to
together.
run out of the room to
It was like the
change.
Nutty Professor. He had to play every Simpsons family member.
That would be cool. When did you stop believing in Santa? Let me guess. I never believed Santa. I'm too smart.
I would imagine the first time I saw my parents.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
When did you see them?
What do you mean? You mean see them laying out the presents?
Yeah.
My mom and dad broke it to me one day when I was out on town with them.
They broke down crying and said, "We can't lie to you anymore."
No, they laughed in my face.
Oh my god.
No,
What? Did they rub it in? Like, ha ha, your
No.
hopes and dreams are gone.
It was me, my mom, and my sister, and we were out shopping. My sister said something about Santa not being real, and then I said, "Wait, what?" And then they both looked around at me slowly, and then started laughing in my face. And I was like, "What the hell?" And it broke my heart.
I'm sorry, your innocence was dashed, Chris.
It gotta happen at some point.
I really hate that video where it was the prank and the dad has the Xbox box that he gives to his kid. And I think it's just closed inside, right?
That's not funny.
They do that to screw with him, and he just starts crying, and they're like,
I remember
"Oh,
that one.
he's crying!" It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, don't fuck with the kid.
Yeah, no, I've never found that kind of shit funny.
I think it was for Christmas too, right?
Yeah.
That one's awful. I hate that one.
Ugh. The worst thing to get a little boy on Christmas is fucking clothes. Little boys want Xbox.
Get him on damn Xbox.
In school, we used to have textbooks like for like I don't know, math, English, and Irish. And in the English one specifically, there was short stories that were like made up
in the dark.
No, they were like made up or printed off
wish.
the internet by the teacher. Like he would write stories for The Simpsons and shit.
What?
Where it'd be like
or did you just mean like test questions?
no, like not even. It was like he wrote out his own little Simpsons stories. Now that I think about it, like
not like
I don't know why
Homer
he did
has
it.
3 donuts and Lenny takes 2.
No, it wasn't like that. It was literally a short story that we were supposed to study. It was like Homer and Marge and Maggie are all in the living room.
Like it
Santa's
was like a
little helper.
memory thing. Like, oh, did you remember how many fingers she held
No,
up?
that's
Like-
what it was. A grammar test. That's what it was. We were supposed to find grammar mistakes.
Okay.
But we used to fucking just be idiots and just cross out words and just replace them. So it'd be like, Homer fucked Maggie. Homer threw Maggie into the fire.
Is that how you?
Into the
Is that how you
fire.
came up with the Sixons?
No, it's not. It's just literally something that we used to do with everything. We would cross out words in our English books and replace verbs and words so that they were just disgusting porn. And one time the teacher found it and he got really fucking mad and he kicked my friend out of the classroom even though I was the one who did it.
Aw.
And I felt bad, but I didn't feel bad enough. You know what? I was an asshole, okay? I was a teenager.
It's okay. Anyways,
Hey, he did shitty things to me too. I don't care. Be nice.
Be nice. I feel like that's
it's
good
okay,
advice.
Chris. We're escaping this region now, except I chose teleport by accident. Ah!
I don't know if I ever told the story of my friend Sean Kiley when we were he was a new student in my school at the time. This was his first year of like in my school. And he came in like in the middle of high school essentially. So we were like 16 meeting each other. But he came in and we were doing we were doing transition year, which means it's a year off and you don't really have to do much except come into school and just like just chill. Like it was just a year off, but
Yeah.
you still have to go to school and do bullshit. But we had art class, and we were all given big wooden boards to lean on for the paper and shit. And he just drew this massive, veiny, hairy cock on it with a huge permanent marker. It was like super thick outlines. There's no way he'd be able to like cross it out or like rub it out or anything. He just drew this fucking gigantic cock on it, and everyone was laughing at it because it was so funny looking.
That would be funny, especially in permanent marker.
But I don't know what he was expecting because we all left the class. He flipped the board over so the teacher wouldn't see, right?
Yeah.
Until it was too late. But then we were all in
Were
like...
you there when the teacher saw?
No.
Okay.
No, we were all in our like hub classroom where we have to go and sit and eat lunch or whatever.
Sure.
And the big, tall, scary teacher walked in who taught Irish. And he was pretty much the disciplinary teacher because he was like old and scary.
Yeah.
And he walked in and he was like, "So we have a bunch of artists here, do we?" And we were just like, "Yes, sir." He's like, "So I'm going to be I'm gonna be calling."
You thought he was complimenting you?
No, yeah, exactly. He's like, "I'm gonna be calling you all out individually, and we're going to be lining you up outside, and I'm going to ask you one by one who did it, and you know what it is." And we're just like, "Oh fuck." So like every single person was getting lined up, and the first person he picked was Sean. So Sean just went in and like instantly caved. He was like, "Yeah, I did it. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry." He got sent home and he got a disciplinary, and he literally had to tell his mom and dad in school what he did.
Golly.
They brought his mom and dad in. They were just like, "Go on, Sean, tell him." It's like, I drew this big, massive penis on the board.
Did he draw it well, or was it like
It was funny. It
average, like just kind of like, oh, they
it
don't
was
know
a
how to
big,
draw a dick?
nasty cock. Like it was not pleasant, but it was really funny because Sean's like art looks funny. It's just silly.
Yeah.
So it looked like a big deformed cock, but it was great.
I wish I had
That's a
fun
good story.
school stories because everything in like our school system when I was younger was just a mess.
No, my school experience was mostly terrible. I've never been so miserable in my whole life.
Top 10 times the female narrator on Watch Mojo was caught shitting in a public urinal.
Have you ever done that?
No.
Never?
No.
Never in your life you shat in a urinal?
No.
I absolutely have.
Mick, you're a fucking animal.
No, listen, this is a true story, and I hope nobody that I know listens to this. But this is just like a month ago, I think.
One time I was at a family reunion with all of my friends and family. I shat in the Hawaiian Punch, which everyone drank from.
But then, I got up and gave a great speech with a standing ovation and everybody clapped.
Then I proceeded
And
to
then I
masturbate
bowed, and
to
then they saw the
everyone.
poo
I
in my
know.
butt.
Wait, what?
And then I bowed, and then everybody saw the big brown stain on my ass.
Oh, what's that? The whipworm?
Yeah.
Ooh. But anyway, go on. You shat in a urinal.
No, I didn't. I'm saying, I have done that, but I was
Get that.
saying, like, about a month ago, I was at somebody's, I was at the gym, and I got a stomachache, and I had to drop something off at somebody's house. Now, I thought I had enough time to
That's
drop.
not a euphemism, right?
No.
Okay.
This is totally for real. So I dropped it off, but they weren't home, so I couldn't use their bathroom. So I was like, I'll just walk home. But I made such a mistake. I gave myself too much credit. About 1 block down from their house, I was like, oh no. This isn't gonna work. This is bad. Like, I'm not gonna make it home. There's no way. So then it got to the point where, you know, when you need to poo so bad, you start actually just clenching your butt cheeks together to hold it in.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's coming out, but you're literally
Yeah.
physically plugging it in. And like every 4 steps, it would be like that, your knees go weak, and you start to kind of go dizzy a little bit. You're sweating. You're sweating. So anyways, I was like,
been
this is
there.
not gonna work. There's no way. I start looking around for bushes. But this is the middle of the day. That's the problem. If it was at night, I would have had any problem at all. But I start looking around. There's no good bushes. I saw a car park where they left their gate open, and I was debating if I'd just like go into the back of their fucking parking lot, like in the corner behind a car, and just as quickly as I could. No go. So finally, I saw a dumpster by a school. Luckily, school was out of session, or it was in session, and they weren't outside. And I went behind a dumpster,
Yeah.
and I had to like push the dumpster like a foot so I could actually get behind it.
Wow.
But as that was happening, I don't know if I'm going into too much detail, but as that was happening, it was just coming out like the whole time. It was terrible, and I didn't, because my pants weren't all the way off. Like, I didn't want to poo on my pants.
Yeah.
So I ended up putting my arm against the wall and one on the dumpster, and my legs like up, and I put my foot up like against like one of the things, like the little wall area.
Yeah.
And I was like holding myself up like Spider-Man, just like fucking diarrhea pouring out of my ass. It was really bad. I felt really bad, and I had a plastic bag, and I had some receipts in there. And that's all I had. And these receipts, I never thought about it, but they just slip right off. They're so slippery. Like, it wasn't doing any wiping at all. Anyways, the walk home was uncomfortable.
I'm sorry, Mick.
It's all right. I'm a grown man.
When I was younger, my dad thought it would be real funny to prank me. He put cling film on the toilet, right?
Yeah.
So he thought that when I'd piss onto it, all the pee would bounce back up on me. But instead, I diarrheaed onto it, and it flowed down into my pants.
Oh no.
And then I got an infection.
No.
Oh god. Did your dad feel bad about it?
Yeah, he was like, I'm so sorry, the only way to regain your trust now is for me to do the exact same, and then he did it too.
Really?
Walked it right in front of him.
And then we were both in the hospital beds holding hands.
That sounds made up as shit.
No. That really happened.
I think
Tomorrow, you look
maybe-
really disappointed.
My grandma actually, no, she was like, grandpa, or, you know, it was granddad for me, and she was called Nanny, but she'd be like, Granddad's making you a sandpit. Like, yay! Go out and play in the sandpit for like 1 day. The next day I go out and play in it, there's just centipedes everywhere. I never went in there again. Scary.
That's frightening.
I don't like centipedes.
That is genuinely frightening.
Yeah, and they're like, make sure to put the lid on it or the cats will shit in it. So centipedes and cat shit.
That was your childhood?
Kinda.
One time,
Yeah.
there was this guy, and I'm not gonna name him.
Yeah.
But we were playing Isaac, and it was like Doodle and Jeffers, and we were talking about the game. We were talking about Mega Satan and how do you unlock Mega Satan and all this shit. And this is back when I first played the game. I hadn't seen it before, but there was another guy in the room. And while we were discussing what the rules were, like what the requirements
for Omega Satan.
For Mega Satan, this guy got so infuriated overhearing our conversation, he stood up and was like, "What? What the hell? What the hell are you talking about? Oh!" And we were like, "Excuse me?" Like he was enraged, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Mega Satan. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah." Like we were like, "Dude, we weren't even talking to you. We were talking about a game where there's a character called Mega Satan."
What event was this at?
Is that fucking?
Yes! I was trying not to say his name, but it was
You
just...
didn't say his name.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, this dude was a treat, man.
That's the same guy who I told the story about,
Yes,
where he tried bringing the girl into the woods.
Yeah, and he also threatened to kick your ass. He was, and then also threatened a girl and said, "You're lucky you're a woman, otherwise I'll kick your ass." I love, dude, when he left, there was a plate of hair under his bed.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Oh,
That guy was fucked up.
A Play-Doh hair.
Plate O'Hare.
When I was pretty young, or like 11 or 12, we were visiting a friend's house. I think it was it was in America, but fucking I was drawing porn because I was a fucking little pervert, and my dad was like,
you still are.
my dad was like, "Chris, come here," and I was like, "1 minute," and then he was like, "Wait, I'll come up there." I was like, and I like took the pictures I was drawing and ran into the guy's bathroom, and he was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Nothing," and then he knew something was up, so I tried flushing it down the toilet, but then it got blocked with the
God.
guy's like big huge shits that he had left in the toilet. So when it got blocked, I had to shove my hand down into his shit and like mix it around with my hand to try and get it to flush, and it finally worked.
Oi.
And that was shit.
That's like a desperate child thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for 40 elements like that on my PSP.
Your PSP.
I think every kid in my school used their PSP for porn.
Really? I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, you could put MP4s on it.
Rural Christian.
So they were like downloading porn and putting their porn on their PSP?
Yeah, bringing them into school and showing each other.
Do you remember when our friend got fined $5,000 because he downloaded porn?
Are we allowed to say that?
Maybe not. Maybe
I don't think he'd want people knowing that.
It's a really funny story. Yeah, you should probably cut it.
It's really sad. He doesn't deserve that.
I said, I said, dude, who fucking downloads porn? You were like, I shouldn't have, not gonna do it anymore.
Wait, downloaded it from where?
Some porn website, and apparently some company found out that he did that, and sent him a check in the mail for a fine for a fee for $5,000.
It's crazy.
Yeah, probably cut that out. So.
We can bleep his name. That's actually like a really fascinating story.
It's true. I was talking about when it happens. I don't remember if he ended up paying it or if he ended up saying "fuck you" or what.
Yeah, that's really weird. So he downloaded it from like
I can't. This was years ago.
How? But I mean, if you go to a porn site and you download porn, that would insinuate you bought it, right? Or
no, he torrented it.
Oh, he torrented porn?
It might have been he torrented it, yeah.
Didn't you guys have your internet, like, shut down because you got caught?
It was because some stupid bitch in our house at the time downloaded Mary Poppins or something. She downloaded Saving Mr. Banks and then blamed everyone else. In a house of fucking like 7 or 8 guys, who the fuck downloaded Saving Mr. Banks? And she fucking got mad at everybody.
And she
of course it was her.
And she blamed everybody else for eating her carrots. And she said her baby carrots. I said, do you think anybody would fucking like? It's a $1 bag of baby carrots. First of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, like nobody in this house eats fucking super healthy.
Yeah.
Nobody's sneaking your fucking baby carrots.
Me and Zach used to live with a really horrible bitch.
Yeah, she's genuinely a bad person. I don't feel bad saying that.
One time she left she left cereal out, and then maggots got into it, and then moths started appearing all over the house. And every night I'd hear Corey fucking smashing them against the wall, going, "Fuck!
And one time he had like a blue moon bottle of beer in his room, and there was like 60 of them. It was like a trap. They would all fly into there and die.
Yeah. And then he was
Did he just leave it then?
one night he was screaming. I just ran up to his door. I was like, Corey, shut the fuck up! And he was like, there's just moths everywhere. I'm like, I don't care. And then fucking a few days later, she was literally on the floor in the
Crying.
kitchen in the fetal position crying. We're like, what's wrong? And she's like, what do you mean, what's wrong? Look up! And we looked up and there's maggots crawling across the roof. And we're like,
There was like 2.
yeah, we're
There was
like,
like 2 little maggots. There
we're
was
like, okay. We're like, this is your fault. It's like no one else buys fucking cereal here.
Well,
you fucking nut.
she said she had bought one of those gigantic sized thing of Cheerios in a box.
Yeah.
And she said somebody ate my Cheerios and forgot to close the box back up. It's like nobody did.
Yeah.
Nobody
she was just nuts.
You remember that one time she got really bitter and pissed off because she had to go to.
She got really fucking mad.
She had a day job. She had to go to her day job. And she was like, "Why do you guys get to fucking sit around all day?"
Yeah, we're all working in the office.
It's like
making cartoons.
Yeah, it's because like this is our job. So
Yeah, it's like
she was
plus
mad.
You guys are drawing like a fucking 1,000 pictures a minute, so
We were all sitting in the living room watching a movie, and she got really mad that she had to go to work at fucking wherever the fuck she worked.
and it's like
You're like, yeah, we worked to do this.
yeah, it's the free market. If you're working, you get something. You get it.
Okay,
I think it's fair.
tried.
If she, I actually say the same thing about like YouTubers that a lot of people don't like even Ray William Johnson. I'm not a huge fan of. Obviously, I think he
He
stinks.
worked for it.
He worked for it, and be mad at the people watching him, not the guy.
Yeah.
yeah, at
If,
that
if,
point,
if
like,
there's an audience for it, be mad at the audience, not for the guy who's supplying the appetite.
Fucking, can we tell the one story about one time we went to a party and her brother was there and we were all watching the TV like whenever
What were we watching?
we were watching Babies Falling Over compilation on YouTube, and the brother walks in and he goes, "What are you watching?" We're like, "Babies Falling Over. Take a seat." And he sat down and he got really fucking mad.
And he
'cause-
was like, "Give me the controller."
yeah, he's like, "Give me the controller. I'm sick of this shit." And we were just like, everyone else is having fun, but okay. And we gave him the controller and he put on Honest Trailers, and then nobody was like laughing, and everyone just started talking over it. And he got mad. He stood
did he
up.
look like this? Did he have half of his face burned off?
Nah, he looked
You go,
normal.
it's time to put on this trailer.
No, Lyle.
He really hated Babies Falling Over.
He really hated Babies Falling Over, and he walks out of the room.
This is him with the remote.
So he walks back in, and we're all watching a really, really gory horror movie. I don't remember what it was. And there's someone on TV getting stabbed in the stomach over and over. And he walks in, he goes, what the hell is this? And then Zach turns around and goes, "Son, it goes to the real world, dude." And then I went, like that. And he looks at me, and he's like, "Yo, Chris, just so you know." And he looked over at a girl. He's like,
a girl who, by the way, he tried to hit on.
he tried hitting on her. He tried actually bringing her into the woods to hit on her.
Yeah.
He goes, "I would never hit her, but I would lay into you." And I was just like, "What?" He's like, I would never hit her, but I'd lay into you." I'm like, "Okay."
And then he walked away.
Then he walked away all flustered. It was the weirdest fucking encounter. It was so fucking weird.
It was just genuinely bizarre. Everybody walked out like, "Did that just happen? Did he just throw a punch you?" 'Cause
Everyone tried ignoring it because it was so weird.
it didn't make any sense logically. I kept saying like, "Did that wait?" So I was like, I heard everything that just happened, but you're telling me I said Sonic goes to the real world, and this guy said he would not punch a girl, but he would punch Chris, and he left. That was the sequence of events.
He
though.
should have said that to you for making fun of him.
If anything,
It
yeah.
made no fucking sense. He was just mad at me for some reason. It was because I put on Babies Falling Over. It must have fucking infuriated him.
Do you think he was like stewing on that until he like came back into the room?
I think he was really angry because the girl kept turning him down over and over.
Yeah, he was definitely like blue balled. Oh, I think you were sitting next to this girl, not like that kind of way, but you were just sitting next to her.
Oh my god,
I
yeah.
think that was it.
Yeah. What a fucking idiot.
You know,
Oh, well.
He was also bragging. He was like, "Yeah, gonna make a bunch of money by selling a bunch of games to GameStop," yeah, GameStop, or whatever the fuck it was. But he was like bragging. He was gonna sell $30 worth of games.
I also think it took him months to find a job, and then he got fired after one day.
Oh, here's a good way to end this story.
Well.
So the other roommate, we were talking about the girl, his sister, the first girl with the mod story, she who was living at our place paying like half rent.
Yeah.
And then he moved in without anybody consenting and got a whole room to himself and paid half of her rent.
Yeah, it made no fucking sense.
So they're both paying like a quarter rent. And it took him like, 3 months to get a job. And he finally got a job. He worked at Starbucks and he got fired like almost immediately.
And then when everyone made him move out, they found a box of pubes under his bed.
Yeah, he would like cut his fucking hair.
Wait, a box of pubes?
He had a sweet little wooden box with beautiful carvings, and inside of it was his pubes.
like a cigar box of pubes?
Yeah, had rare jewels embedded into it.
Like green gems.
Flawless emeralds and rubies.
On a bedrock of pubes. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. That's a horrible mental image, but it's a beautiful thing.
They were horrible people.
Are you in Lapland? Where are you?
Lapland?
Are you in Lapland?
What is Lapland?
That's where Santa lives.
Lapland?
In what?
What? You've never heard of Lapland?
Never in my whole life.
Like you sit on his lap?
No, this is where Santa. That's where he's
Where?
He lives in the North Pole.
yeah,
You
it's
dipshit. Lapland. Okay, are you fucking with me?
No!
In Ireland, do they
What is-
actually call the North Pole Lapland?
Yes.
Really? What? As in what? From what? Derived from what?
I don't know. Look it up. Zach, do you have your phone on you?
Lapland?
Look
Yeah.
up Lapland and see where it derives from.
Lapland is an area in Finland.
Yeah, that's where Santa lives.
Santa lives on the North Pole. Wait, Lapland Santa? Oh, maybe look up.
Look up Lapland Santa.
Santa's like
Oh, wait,
Scandinavian?
no, I
In Ireland?
see what this is.
What is it?
This is literally a real place in Finland or whatever, where they say it's like it looks like the North Pole.
Oh, really?
I think
No, no way. It's real.
Santa Claus Village. Yeah, it's like a village in Lapland. But I don't think he lived.
Is that my whole childhood ruined?
Do they say that he's from Finland in Ireland?
No, they say he's from Lapland. I always thought Lapland was a place in the North Pole.
That's like saying Santa Claus lives in Missouri or something.
I truly believed that my whole
I
life.
am from Kansas City, Missouri.
I know Santa's dead and all. I know he's not real. And
He
he's
died
dead.
in 1982.
I know he's mummified and has no eyes and his skin's black and he's backwards.
And he's in a huge sarcophagus with steam coming out of it. And it says, "Do not open" in an ancient text, unreadable text.
But I still thought he was from Lapland, regardless of
all
all
that
that.
considered.
There was a kid in my class who won a contest to go to Lapland and meet Santa.
What?
Yeah.
Did he ever come back?
No.
Yeah, and he even said, okay, this is really autistic. This is super autistic. I ripped the antenna off of a radio and I brought it into school, and I was like a cool little like sword. And he was like, "Can I bring that to Lapland with me?" I was like, "No."
He wanted to show it to Santa?
Yeah.
Santa, look what I got.
Or did he want to slay Santa?
He wanted to put that through Santa's eye.
I wanted to sound Santa with my little antenna.
I think you wanted to give Santa lashes, 50 lashes in Lapland.
Times Square.
In Lapland, yeah, Times
Lapland Square.
Basically, I think this is a good time for Dave to tell his story.
It sucks, but a while ago, me and Jeff started going to the gym, so I just like loaded up on like infinite protein bars and like peanuts and all sorts of stuff, and ate no vegetables and drank very little water, and got massively constipated and filled with like all sorts of stuff.
Dave, you had like a 4-year-old sense of fucking losing weight. You were like, I'm gonna gain muscles by eating protein.
It was working. I gained a lot of weight. It was awesome, but then not being able to shit is not awesome.
What the hell, Dave? You fucking ruined the story.
Well, how's it ruined?
You skipped ahead. There's so much to this story. I just remember seeing you. You were making like peanut butter protein smoothies that smelled like crazy peanut butter.
I mean, yeah, I was doing a lot of shit. I was doing a lot of shit to have this all happen, and like, then it backfired. Yeah, then it didn't work. And so, that sucks. That's how I felt the dawn of the final day. I was like, I'm gonna fucking explode.
Yeah, so essentially, Dave had like a turd that had scratched the inside of his colon that inflamed it.
Oh my
because
God.
he had eaten too much peanuts. Because you can't process peanuts like other things. They're kind of like corn, and I don't think Dave realized that. And again, Dave didn't eat a lot of like vegetables and stuff,
Like,
so he was
almost no
stocked
fruit.
on peanuts and meat. And before that, we went to fucking Fogo de Chao, which is an expensive steakhouse, where we stuffed ourselves with steak. So Dave had a pound of meat along with a pound of peanuts.
Oh, that's right. We did go to the thing. Yeah,
and then he just hibernated one day.
Oh,
and then Dave,
that was not a good time.
For a long time, Dave was like, keep it on the hush hush, but I haven't been able to shit for 2 days. And it's the equivalent of like Play-Doh squeezing between a giant fucking rock. And I'm like, that's disgusting.
Oh my
God. But essentially...
It sucks. I had to go with Jeff, and Jeff took me in, and he took me to CBS. Yeah. Oh yeah, I want to tell the story just getting this. So I was like, all right, I've just got to get an enema. It sucks, but this is just got to happen.
Yeah, you told me.
This is like a horrible time.
You know, it's funny. When you built it up like you needed to take an enema, I thought I was going to come downstairs. There's going to be feces fucking sprayed everywhere.
No, it's not like that picture that I showed Tom where the guy just sprays shit all over the wall and he's like passed out.
Like, yeah, I thought you'd be on your bed with an ass of shit leading all the way to the bathroom. No.
But, so I went to get this thing and it's already embarrassing.
Whoa.
And I take it up to the counter, and the dude, I put the box down, the enema thing, and the guy like looks at it. I'm like, yeah, not a great day for me. And then like he laughs, and I've officially de-escalated the situation
by shooting your enema juice at him.
Shut up! He looks at me. He looks at me, and he says, "How many Super Mario?" I was like,
but that doesn't count.
No, not like second count.
Then he jammed 2 fingers in you and yanked out the...
No!
Okay.
He said about Super Mario, and I was like, I looked at myself to see if I was wearing any Mario clothes, and I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, you know where I can get, you know, some like shrooms?
What?
And then I pieced it together. Super Mario is like a drug term for like shrooms.
Is it really?
What?
I mean, like shrooms. Super Mario, mushrooms.
Uh-oh.
This is a doctor?
And I was like, no, I don't. And then he looked down and he was really awkward about it. It's like, that is not fucking fair. I made buying a damn enema not awkward, and you had to ask me for fucking drugs.
I
don't
what
take
the fuck?
Everyone asks Dave because you look like the kind of guy who would be stocking up.
I'm a skinny white guy with long hair. I look like I do drugs, but I don't. I only smoke cigarettes, and
which is a drug.
Well, you're gonna take it there,
Dave. You kind of look like Jesus to me specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, you do look good.
I'm glad.
You look like Jesus and Moses mixed together.
What is this? Oh, Alienware. Did I ever tell you I had a computer, Alienware computer, but they suck.
Why? What happened to it?
It drops it down the stairs.
That really happened?
Yeah. That happened. Like a big hole came out of it. Sad.
A big hole came
Yeah,
out of it?
I just got it for Christmas as a kid.
Did you start crying?
No.
Did you make a hole in the floor with it?
No, it just like exploded the computer. I didn't get out of one.
Yeah, that's a sad story. How old were you?
Pretty young, 9, 10.
Fucking idiot. Adam told me and Ben a story where when he was like 8, he got an Alienware computer for was it birthday or Christmas?
It was Christmas.
For Christmas, and he told. Okay, you tell the story the way you told me and Ben.
How did it do that?
Okay, never mind. I'll tell it. he said he grabbed the computer. And he just threw it down the stairs by accident.
I actually lunged it.
What do you mean accident? Did you like a nervous system? Did you like you?
I was so excited I couldn't like
Oh,
contain it.
you were like bouncing around.
He was running around with it.
You threw it.
Yeah, I actually launched it.
Did it break?
Yeah, it exploded.
How long did you have it for?
Like, a couple days.
Wait! You never told me that part.
What?
You had it for a few days and then you did that?
Like a day, maybe? It was like the next
But
day.
you had it plugged it in and then you unplugged it.
You plugged it in. Yeah, you plugged it in. You used it. You went on Facebook and stuff. You played video games. Then you unplugged it. We're so excited that you had it. You started jumping down. You threw it.
Unscrewed the DVI cables, pulled it out,
and then jumped in joy and excitement and threw it.
He looks like the dude from that porn video I showed you. Remember?
Oh yeah. Wait, what happens in that again?
It's like that!
He showed me a porn where an actual alien fucks a girl, and I'm not even kidding.
No, Chris. And remember the beginning of the porn? It's like the camera is walking up to the creepy mansion.
Yes.
I swear, either the game is based off that or this is based off the game.
Okay, no, this is true. He showed me a video where a camera slowly pans into a mansion for about 2 minutes.
It's like a creepy estate.
Nothing is happening. It just pans into a mansion for 2 minutes. Then it's inside. There's these two kind of ugly girls kissing each other and like licking their pussies and shit for about 15 minutes straight, right?
Wait, it's dubbed
Did you watch for the whole 15 minutes?
I skipped
Matt
through
was
it.
skipping through it. Like
Okay.
we weren't getting boners, so he skips through it, And then it just like they're both making out in the bed, and then the camera like pans over, and you see this like little hooded figure walking into the frame, and it's going like, and it like crawls onto the bed, and it drops the robe, and it's literally an alien.
It's like a naked old man that was prematurely born. No, you know what it looks like? It looks like a kid that like has that disease that makes him age really fast, but he's only 10. Is that what progeria is?
I thought Andy Milonakis had that.
No.
Andy Milonakis. See,
no. Have you ever seen Spice World, the movie?
Spice World? No.
Spice World?
Yeah, it's a Spice Girls movie.
Yeah.
Is that the
It's a
one
good
that
movie.
wait, is that the one known for like all the ads and shit in it?
I don't know.
Okay.
But no, have you actually seen it?
Yeah.
Do you remember the little purple aliens?
Yeah.
That's what he looked like, except he was white.
Spooky.
It was really scary.
No.
It actually is scary.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding.
and I found it. I was just looking at porn one day, not like not in like a sexual way. I was just looking for some porn, and I found it. And
of course, there's a
because the title of the video was like, "Midget Grandpa gives like lesbian surprise" or something. It's weird.
Most
I'll
people
put
look
it
up
in.
like top 10 alien videos. You just look up alien porn.
It's good, dude.
It's not alien. Like it's called Midget Grandpa. Like lesbian, whatever.
And then in the related, I found another good video that I need to show you, Chris. It's called like it's like midget comes for, or it's like midget alien comes for Earth pussy.
I honestly wonder if it's like a little man and they put makeup on him to make him look like an alien.
I don't know. It looks like me almost as a kid.
You know what the worst part is?
What?
He doesn't finish. They just suck his little tiny.
No,
man.
they don't even suck his dick. They lick his boiled peanut cock, and then he climbs off the bed.
And then he just leaves. And
Yeah.
they get back to it.
They wave him goodbye.
Yeah.
He licks her like knife wound of a vagina.
They wave him
and then-
goodbye like the little kid at the end of Eye of the Spider waves goodbye.
Probably it's the same kid, dude.
Eye of the Spider.
Dun, 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 dun. I was in a bathroom once at a gas station, and I was peeing, and I was like, how far from the urinal can I get? So I walked really far back, and some dude walked in.
It's pretty cool.
Long time ago.
We don't know yet. We have to
time
find
ago,
out.
There was a man named Funny, and he fell asleep. This is all a dream. It's a fucked up dream.
You know that song A Long Time Ago in Bethlehem?
Yeah.
Did you sing it like a Jamaican? Where you're like, a long time ago in Bethlehem. That's what all the kids in my school did.
What? Really?
Why?
Because it rolled off the tongue really good. A long time ago in Bethlehem. That's more
Wow.
Indian.
You went to a very white school.
We did.
Yeah, he's in Ireland.
That's true.
Chris, you want to tell us about the funny goof you made earlier?
It's the funniest thing in the world.
Tell the story. We were all out having dinner earlier.
Everyone was having a good old time, and my friend Shad was there, and Shad is a very quite respectful young man who doesn't.
He doesn't do anything bad.
He doesn't. No, he doesn't instigate much shit. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
He keeps to himself, is what I'm saying. And when the meal was finished, he wrote his receipt, and I grabbed it, and I drew a really, really cringy picture of him on it. I made him look like a Simpsons character. And then I put a speech bubble saying, "Take it easy, babe," with 2 exclamation marks. And I showed it to him, and he was like, "What the fuck? I am so embarrassed. I want to leave now." I'm like, "It's fine." And then the waitress came over, and she picked it up, and she looked at it. She went, "Oh, that's not nice." And then I pointed at Shad, and I was like, "It was him."
And what's the best part, Chris?
The best part is he tipped $1. But to be fair, he only spent like $6, so it's fair. But it was just so funny. Here's the picture.
As the story ends, be sure to throw up the photo.
Here it is. Look at Shad.
Should have been a $0 tip, and you underlined it like 20 times. Drew a big circle around it.
I should have. It's just it looks so authentically creepy and cringy.
It does.
You knocked it out of the
It looks like
park.
somebody who's very proud of not like drawing well. Like the kind of person that
they
probably
think they're great.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to work on The Simpsons one day.
Is that his voice? Yeah, I mean, like, I like how simple it is. It's super rudimentary, but like, it's appealing.
Yeah, I like it.
probably do a great deal to nostalgia, but
I
I'll
like
take it.
I liked what's his name, Ken
Sugimori. I always say that watercolor stuff was so much fun.
I love a lot of the original.
It's so
art for
I
this game.
hate that he switched to the digital stuff. I don't think it looks as fun.
It's also the way he draws characters now. They all have like the same face and body. Like everyone is super skinny now. They
Yeah.
all have the same face.
Oh, like human characters, you mean?
When I was a really small kid, I used to love the watercolor art. It's just so cool.
No, I love. The coolest thing too was the original toy line that they had, the little plastic toys you could get.
They used to reflect it.
Yeah, they'd paint them in a way to make them look similar to the watercolors.
Yeah, the Pikachu was exactly like that.
He had a little white
face.
spot.
Yeah. It was cool. I had it, you know.
I really liked all of those. They didn't bring all of them over here either. I remember Gengar was also see-through.
Yeah, I had that one. I had a
always
lot of
wanted
those
that
little
one.
figures.
I only had a handful because only the stores near me didn't sell all of them.
My mom used to sell them in her store, except they were China versions that were pirated.
There's a little place that was like an hour off from our house, and they had Japanese import toys, and we had like Dragon Ball Z stuff we got from there, and they had a Porygon. I was so happy because Porygon is one of my favorites from this generation.
I had the knockoff version of Porygon, but he looked like fucking garbage. I remember the worst figure I had was Charmander, and he had, I know it's weird that he's on screen. He had this, I had the official Charmander toy I got after, but the pirate, or the fucking knockoff version I had, his fire on his tail was just a cone. It was terrible. He was completely
I
dark
remember
red.
I had a Charmander toy, but I think I got it from something weird like a cereal box. So I remember he was pure red, like he wasn't orange.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. I had Gyarados as a figure. He had a little green thing at the bottom that balanced him.
I think I remember that.
I'm trying to remember my favorite ones. I had Machamp, and he looked like fucking
Did you ever have
garbage.
the bouncy balls that were see-through and there's a little
I
Pokemon?
did. I had one.
And
of
did you
those,
cut it open?
No.
I not on purpose. It had like it was I bounced it around a lot, so I got a lot of wear and tear. And you know they'd have like they'd get little notches in them, and I'd just start picking at it because I was a nervous kid, and I always need to do something with my hands.
I immediately bought it because they had one with Mewtwo in the middle of it, and because it makes it look bigger because of what they made it with. I saw it, I was like, holy shit! There's a giant Mewtwo figure in there, and then you cut it open, and it's just really really tiny.
Aww.
But everyone I knew did that. Everyone who had those bouncy balls cut them open too.
I had a knockoff Mew that looked pretty good. It was white though.
They made an official Mew toy, I remember, because I had one later on.
I don't think I had Mewtwo. I had Squirtle. I had Ivysaur. Jeez, I had a lot of them.
I remember I got one, the Japanese. They came in like boxes.
I had Dragonite.
And
Dragonite
the
cool.
box one I got had Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur in it.
I had Ash, but he was stiff, and he held his hand up with the Pokeball
Oh yeah,
in it.
I remember that was a set too.
I
It was with
hated it.
Misty.
I hated playing with it because he was just a stiff ass statue that you couldn't bend.
I remember I would just. That's what you describe as a perfect throwing toy. You throw it at people because it can't do anything. It's nice and big and it hurts.
I had a knockoff Jessie and James, and they were really badly painted. Her hair was too dark.
But I remember with how they painted the one of Ash, the paint would very easily come off.
His
if you
blue
knocked
vest,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, so it would start looking like he was just coming undressed.
Yeah.
When you were hitting him and stuff.
Yeah, so weird. Fucking, I'm trying to remember all the ones I had because they got a lot of playtime. You know what I'm saying?
Playtime.
Put a few in my ass. You know what I'm saying, Julian?
I was gonna make that joke.
Oh.
I was gonna be the funny man.
What would be the best Pokemon toy to shove in your ass, Julian?
Diglett.
Yeah, Diglett.
What about Voltorb?
No, because then you would lose it in there.
Yeah, you would.
Have I ever told you guys about the rudest fucking thing someone has ever done to me?
What did I
I'd
do?
like to hear it.
I like how you assume it's you. No, I was at a fucking airport, and I was waiting for my plane, so I was just sitting at the chairs, the plane waiting chairs, and this guy has these kids that are like acting up and yelling and just being shitty.
Yeah.
And so what he does is he starts yelling at his kids. I don't know what he was saying because he was speaking some other language, but he takes them over to me, and then he puts one on one side of me and one on the other side of me to like separate them, but using me as a divider. And I was so fucking taken aback. Like, I couldn't believe that a human being would, like, do that intentionally to another human being.
You just stood up and walked away,
Yeah, that's
right?
exactly what I did.
Okay.
I wish I would have fucking said something to him, though. Like, I wish in that story I would have been like, dude, you cannot do that to people. What the fuck?
No,
but
that's really bad.
I didn't. I just fucking got up and left.
That's fucked.
You want to hear something fucking rude that happened to me today?
Yeah, go for it.
I ordered food, and when the lady got to the door, she definitely had OCD or some shit, because she was really upset. She saw that I had an Amazon sticker on the door, she saw that I had an envelope on the floor, and she saw that my mailbox was completely full and bursting from the seams, and she was like, you really need to do something about all this. I was just like, what? And she's like, you got a thing on the door, and look down here, let me get this for you. And she picked up my envelope. I was like, all right. And then she was all like, but yeah, you should really clean this up. Like, okay. I just closed the door. I was really mad.
Who is this woman?
Just some fucking bitch delivering my food. But I was just like, what? Wait, do you want a fucking tip or not? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Was this earlier, or was this like
This
dinner?
is today. This was earlier.
Oh, okay.
I got a fruit bowl. I was just like, why the fuck would you say that to somebody?
Maybe she's just jealous you have a house and just wanted to tear you down somehow.
Yeah. She was also like, there's also a bunch of boxes out here. I'm like, yeah, they've been there for a while. She's fucking pissed off looking.
What an angry little
you
creature.
should pick that shit up, seriously.
They're just fucking leaning against the wall. They're fine.
But they've been there for like a month.
But there's no place for them inside.
You're supposed to throw it out.
No, they cost money.
Does it?
Yeah, no, they're full of stuff. Wanna know something that freaked me out today?
What?
My mom was like, hey, we gave all your toys to your nephews, and I was like, okay. But then she sent me a picture of all of my toys spread out on a mat outside. And then I saw toys I hadn't seen in years, and it, like, dude, I had like 4 separate Ants toys, like with a Z, Ants.
Really?
I had Z.
Those have toys?
I had the Sylvester Stallone Ant. I had the Colonel Ant. Look, why did I have Ants toys?
You had good taste.
I don't even remember them.
Chris,
You
I
probably
thought,
didn't play with them much.
I thought this story was going to go in a
I had
different...
4 of them.
I thought this story was going to go... first of all, let me just say, I didn't know ants had merchandise.
Me neither, I completely forgot.
But, like, I
So
also...
weird.
Was it from, like, McDonald's? But
No, they were action figures.
what?
Yeah.
Ants had that much of a pull?
Everything had action figures back in the day. Everything.
That was kind of the model for like making a kid's property.
Yeah, kids don't play with toys anymore. They play with iPads.
I remember getting a Jack specific of a Ratatouille.
Aw.
It was cool. It was like you could put him in the pot and then like
You can boil rat.
yeah you could slowly boil a rat.
And he goes.
Fucking scary. It's an alarming sound if that is a rat. I don't want a rat to be boiled alive.
Have you ever done the boiling rat experiment?
It's like the ice bucket challenge, but where you boil a rat and then pour it over your head.
I've never felt the need to boil a rat. I feel like rats deserve better than being slowly boiled alive.
Do you?
Yeah, they deserve to be quickly belted alive.
What? That is fair. I still can't believe you did that, you monster.
It was a once in a lifetime thing. I'll never be able to do it again. But
What happened?
At one point, I was taking off my pants and I had like this like big
The
cowboy
rat
belt.
saw your big throbbing.
Yeah, it saw my big throbbing cock and was drawn to it like a magnet. And I used that opportunity to like
Smash
take a
its
swing at
fucking
it.
head in.
Yeah. I managed to like catch it in a corner, so like the belt buckle like went into its brain.
Oh.
And it like fucking murdered it.
Well, I
immediately.
think that's just an unfortunate, morbid reality.
I mean, I think it's. I think it was pretty lucky.
I have an interesting story. I've said before, but I like sometimes I'll wake up and I'll like hallucinate something.
Yeah.
Like as I wake up. And last night I woke up.
Great.
You woke up the beast, Zach. You
No,
woke
I
up
woke
the
up-
beast
no,
when
no.
you challenged
I've
me.
never, whenever I have those, I've never woken up and like. Sometimes I'll wake up and I'll see like a little robot or something or like a weird little thing, but it's always inanimate. But last night I woke up to a fucking like a thing that I woke up talking. I was talking when I woke up, and it was asking me a question. It was like a big fucking scary robot thing, and I was talking to it. And it asked me a question. I remember waking up and going, "No, I'm not gonna do that." And then it went away. But I yelled,
Have you ever
That
like?
was fucking horrible and haunting. I couldn't get back to sleep.
Yeah, that is pretty bad.
Imagine waking up talking to something you're actually seeing that vanishes after you're done talking to it. That's what I fucking experienced at like 3 a.m. yesterday.
That happens to you all the time.
It's always been an anime though. It's always like I'll wake up and I'll see something.
So it was a robot?
It was like a thing with a machine gun. I don't know. It was like a face, scary face right in my face, and it had like a big machine gun on it. It was fucking weird. I can't
Zach,
describe it.
You're slipping away from this reality and into the Final Fantasy world.
No. I could see if you're a spiritual person, if that could happen. If you wake up talking to something that disappears, I could see you go, "It's from a different plane of existence, man." But in my head, it was just me fucking having a horrible, evil fucking thing happen to my brain.
Have you never seen it?
No, I just killed a crow.
Crow? I just killed a crow? I don't have time for movies?
Did I ever tell you about the guy in my school who was
killed a
like,
crow?
well, that's the story. It's like, he was considered the dumbest guy in school, and everyone made fun of him all the time. And then one day the teacher came in. She was like, "We're doing we're doing the school magazine. Everybody write an article." And well, if you want. And then he was like, "I want to write an article." And everyone was like, "Oh, what's he gonna write about? This should be funny." And he was like, his article was just, "Hello, my name is blank, and I like shooting crows on my spare time."
Shooting crows.
He was like really like countryside Irish. He was just like, "There's nothing better than just unloading a shotgun on an unsuspecting crow."
Goodness gracious.
Sometimes I imagine if it was my parents.
It was really funny.
Perhaps all of my classmates.
Were all the kids laughing?
Yeah, everyone was like, "Why the fuck did you write about this, you idiot?" And he's like, "I thought it'd be good.
I thought it'd be good.
I thought it'd be fucking good."
Did I ever tell you guys about that weed movie I saw?
Which one?
I forget what it was called, but one time me and Sean Kiley, this was years ago, but he was like, "Man, I just got the best weed, man." And I was like, "Okay, let's smoke it." This was years ago. I don't smoke weed anymore. I don't really like it. But he's like, "We need to put on a good stoner movie, man." And he put on this. We went on Netflix, and it was just like something. It was clearly a weed movie. It starts off right, and it's these guys. They're like, "Yo, man, you need to get high before you watch this movie, man." But it was just so weird. It's like, you need to do it, man.
Fat Albert comes up. You need to get high.
I don't get it. It's like, what was the
You
point?
can't get high with Fat Albert because he'll push you into the road.
Yeah,
that's true.
What do you want?
Your hand in marriage.
Yeah. I would never get married
To a Lego?
to a lesbian. I got lied to
By a lesbian?
Well, kind of.
What'd she say?
I definitely no, I can't.
What?
It's really.
What? What is it, Adam?
Nothing.
Okay.
Die.
You should tell the story about your threesome.
Oh, that was it.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I was in Paris, and there was these. When I was living there and working there, there's these two like lesbian couple.
I'm not even talking about that threesome story.
Oh, with the Russian dude?
Yeah.
Oh, that was really uncomfortable. Yeah, I had another threesome that wasn't with women. It was not with lesbian women. That was with a straight man and a woman. Might have been bi, who knows? He was definitely bi. Well, anyway, back to the story. So you know when you're supposed to like fuck, like, well, you know when you're supposed to have a threesome and you're like fucking a girl with your bro and you're supposed to just be like, this is for bros, we're not gonna be gay, this is bro shit. Anyway, so we were like, oh, this is gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be so bonding. It's gonna be good. And then we got into my bedroom, and we got in the nude, and I was like, all right, let's rail her. And then basically, he went to my freezer and he grabbed ice cubes. I was like, he's like, I'm gonna grab ice cubes. I was like, okay, go grab some goddamn ice cubes. Let's do this thing. And then he started trying to put them on me, and he started trying to put ice cubes on me. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? And I got so goddamn uncomfortable that I got up and walked out of the room. And we never hung out again.
You told me you tried rubbing your nipples.
Yeah, with ice cubes.
Badass.
Yeah.
How did you have sex with two lesbians?
They were a couple.
Well, one hole for the dick, one hole for the balls.
No, it was really weird. They kept like.
I just imagined it. Sorry, go.
What? Are you sure this is appropriate?
No.
Well, I fucked the lesbian lovers. They were lovers. I'm not gay, but they're lovers. And I was like, And we were at a club, and we all got really drunk, and I met the others in a group, and I was like, hello. And then they came back to my apartment.
That was it. Hello.
Yeah, and they were
like, oh!
If only it was that easy all the time.
They were at my apartment, and anyway, they were like making out and like getting freaky. In my second bedroom, I walked in, I was like, can I join? They're like, sure. And I was like, really?
That's so badass.
It was fun. And then, oh yeah, they were really attractive. I hit them up for like a long time after. They never responded to me.
They regretted it.
Probably. I didn't regret it. It was cool.
Adam, you're crazy.
Me?
Yeah.
You know what I thought about while I was pissing?
I was gonna say, don't think it got past us that you told a lesbian story and went straight to the bathroom after it.
I know, you're on to me. But you know what I thought about when I was coming and pissing?
What?
At
the same time.
If my mother ever heard these stories, I don't think she'd be too proud of me.
I think she'd be really proud of you.
I don't think she's
so
proud
too.
of you anyway.
Yeah, that's a good point. It won't really do much more damage. We're fine.
I think she'd be happy that,
I have companions.
yeah, she's like, like, you're a manly man. She's like, that's my boy.
That's my boy, fucking lesbian.
Exactly, you're so hot.
Well, they never got back to me. Mother, if you're listening, the lesbian lovers come back to me.
They carried both of my child.
Yeah. Can you imagine? That'd be sweet.
That wouldn't be that sweet, though.
That'd be sweet. Dude, no, it's sweet. Say whatever you want to her.
Who's who?
My lesbian lover from abroad.
Okay.
I thought she might have blocked me, but I guess we're still friends on Snapchat.
I said, I hope all is well, my beautiful biscuit. My beautiful baguette.
Yeah, call her that.
Call her your beautiful baguette. I hope all is well, my beautiful baguette.
Yeah.
I miss thine scent.
Uh-oh.
I miss thine scent.
Yeah, and your girls. Say and your girls.
And...
Say gams, it'll make you sound like foreign and exotic to her.
Well, how do you spell gans?
What the fuck does that even mean?
G-A-M-S, gams. It's like an old 1950s, like, hey, toots, let me see them gams.
Oh!
I said, I miss thine scent and the gams of yore.
Ask her if she's down for nudes.
Anyway, you down for nudes? Yeah. That's a perfect text right there.
You're so talented at this.
Thank you.
Holy shit. I'm not saying that.
Why?
You say it.
Okay.
There you go. You crazy guy.
I'm gonna take a picture of myself and say nudes. Should I save this? Yeah. Alright, on three, boys. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god.
Did you actually send that?
Yeah.
Oh, you sick man.
Oh, you wild motherfucker.
What can I lose? She doesn't talk to me anyways, and maybe she'll send me a nudie.
What happens in Lego City stays in Lego City.
Yeah.